Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Tsukihime. When last we left off, Shiki fucking died. And, well, that's it, really. There's nothing else of interest happened. Nothing at all. There was no other information. We didn't see anything. We don't know anything. Nope, not at all. Nothing we saw was even slightly important. Wink. Wink. In case I'm just not dripping in sarcasm enough, Anyway, let's take Ciel Sensei's advice and talk to her about last night. I don't have any reason for it, but I just have a vague feeling she might be the person able to help me with my troubles. There's no time to think. I can't bear to keep this to myself any longer. Sorry. You go on ahead, Arihiko. Go on ahead. Where are you going, Tono? Anyway, I get her to come to the rear of the school building so forcefully that it can't be helped if she gets mad at me. She probably thinks you're confessing or something. I can't say this is an anime or a manga because it's not. Well, technically, now, the only good Tsukihime anime is Carnival Phantasm. We don't need to talk about pork slip, turkey handle. Glad I haven't watched that. I've seen clips of it, and the clips I've seen are bad. Bah. 5th period has already started. He's pulling me to a place like this. What is it, Tono-kun? Senpai is more amazed than angry. Again, she probably thinks you're confessing or something. Dimwit. I'm sorry, Senpai, but I wanted to hear more about what you were saying before. What I was saying before? You mean the serial killer? Yes, that. About the person who doesn't feel a crime is a crime. Are you saying they kill people unconsciously? For example, like if you intend to sleep but instead go out to commit murder? Hey, that hurts, Tono-kun. I'll answer you, so please let go of me. I'm sorry. I let her go. It seems I was really worked up. It's all right. Anyway, you were asking if the killer might be killing people unconsciously, right? Yeah, I really want to know. Well, I don't know, because I'm not the killer. Well, yes, that's true, Senpai, but... Yes, it's just a joke. Since you seem so serious, Tono-kun, I thought I'd be a little playful for a moment. Senpai, give me a break. I'm really serious here. Yeah, it looks like it. But why? The serial killer is none of your concern, is he, Tono-kun? That's... Yes? What is it? That's... If I told you I was the killer, what would you do? I finally say it. But Senpai's face lightens up as if I said the funniest joke, and she bursts into laughter. Senpai, this is no joke. Yes, I know you're serious, but that's why it's funny. Because the murderer doesn't usually come and ask for help because they're the murderer. Senpai... Then I will ask. Why do you think so, Tono-kun? Wrong. I didn't notice the quotation marks there. Then I will ask, why do you think so, Tono-kun? It's because recently I've been strange. I know why. I was probably bitten by a vampire. I say it as frankly as if it was a euphemism. Please, go on. Since then, it's been strange. Suddenly, I don't feel like myself, and I have dreams about killing people. Last night, although I only intended to sleep, it seems that I went out, and I had a dream in which I killed someone and sucked blood. Senpai says nothing, just watching me. My father had a split personality. Maybe, I just don't know about it, but there might be a killer in me. But I have no way of finding out. So that's why you came to ask if the killer was unconscious of his actions? Senpai sighs in amazement. If you truly were the killer, you would not be conscious of yourself. The point you're seeing it in your dreams is it makes it not unconscious. But more importantly, it's just a dream. I don't know what you're worried about, but Tono-kun is Tono-kun. I'm glad to hear that, but there's no reason for me to believe in any of Senpai's words. She sighs. You must be feeling really uneasy, Tono-kun. Saying so, Senpai pats my head. Lucky. I wish a senpai would pat my head. It's okay. You have nothing to worry about, Tono-kun. I myself guarantee it, so it's definitely okay. Yes. Automatically, I nod in complete agreement. Even if I know it's only while she's doing so, I feel at ease. Like wrapping up my uneasiness, Senpai's hands are gentle. School is over now. I was confused about myself and Akiha, but today is about to end. Time to go home. I should go get Akiha and go back to our mansion. I walk home together with Akiha. Just like lunchtime, we go quiet as soon as there's only the two of us. While I want to talk to Akiha, I also feel embarrassed looking at her. Man, it's not like I'm a middle schooler. Did you say something, Nisan? No, it's nothing. Just talking to myself. Sigh. Really, what the hell am I doing? We reach the long hill. Once we go up it, our mansion will be right there. Nisan, I would like to ask you one thing before we go home. Akiha's feet stop and she looks straight at me. The kind of silence that was there before is gone. Akiha looks at me seriously. Go ahead. What do you want to ask about? I asked before, but what do you think of Ciel? Now, this is a very different conversation. What? That again? I don't think anything of her. She's just my senpai. She's a trustworthy senpai. I can ask about anything, though. I see. It seems like something was bothering you. This morning was a result of it too, was it not? I'm surprised. Akiha knew that I was worrying about the problem myself. Akiha, you noticed? Of course. We are brother and sister. I can tell when you are depressed, Nisan. So why didn't you just come and talk to me? Do you trust that woman more than you trust me? You were watching me talk to Senpai? Stalker. Yes. I could hardly believe my eyes and ears. You being so honest in front of that person. Stalker. With a humph, Akiha turns away. It's not like that. I didn't talk to you or Kohaku-san because I didn't want to tell them about my body and have them hate me. Because of what? If there's something you want to say, please say it. Are you stupid? I wouldn't worry this much if I could say it. I asked Senpai since you guys are important to me. It's not because I don't trust you or anything. I don't want to hear such excuses. Fine, I'll come out and say it. That person doesn't suit you, so please do not get any closer to her. It is for your sake. Oh, I didn't realize that was her talking. What? It's so sudden I'm at a loss for words. Akiha, are you saying that ordinary people are not suitable company for those of the Tono house, then? Akiha doesn't answer. The silence means a yes. I see. Well, you are the head of the Tono household. You saying that the family and lineage is important like that old man, right? Nisan, it's fine. I'm not really complaining. I'm the one who left you alone in that house. I should have been the one to raise that way originally. So, I'm not speaking badly of you. But I cannot let what you said right now go. Even though you don't know anything about Senpai, don't just say she's unsuitable. Looking down, Akiha says nothing. For a while, we stand in silence. You don't, eh? Nissan, you don't know anything about the Tono house. Don't say such selfish things. Crying out painfully, Akiha pulls away from me. Anyway, you mustn't get close to that person. She is not like us. If you get any closer to her, you're the only one who would suffer. Akiha runs up the hill. What does that mean? All I can do is gaze up after her, aghast. I return to the mansion. Though I usually go into the lobby without thinking, right now it's hard to enter. I've made Akiha angry many times since I came back to the mansion, but she really was mad back then. For the first time, I really angered Akiha and made her sound so hurt. I don't think it's a matter of who was wrong. I'm sure that in time, Akiha will calm down and explain why she doesn't like Ciel Senpai. I could hang around the garden for a bit. If I go into the mansion, I might face Akiha, so I'll take a walk in the garden for a while. Huh? Kohaku-san? It's Kohaku-san. She doesn't seem to have noticed me, and she's heading into the forest. She hasn't noticed me. I don't know what she's doing, but she disappears into the forest. I'm curious, so I'll follow her. It seems there's a small clearing where Kohaku-san headed to. There's a clearing there? Tilting my head to the side, I try to remember, but for some reason, my memory is a bit vague. In the forest or the mansion, I see a clearing as if the trees were cut there. No, can't see is not quite right. If you walked by normally, you'd probably never notice it. If Kohaku-san didn't walk there, hidden enough by the surrounding trees as it is, I would never have noticed if I lived here all my life. There's a clearing there? If so, we probably did play there as kids. To say the least, I don't remember ever playing with Akiha in the clearing. I feel like I've never been there before. After thinking for a bit, I decide to go into the clearing. The clearing doesn't strike me as anything out of the ordinary. There's no sign of Kohaku-san, who entered before me. What's this? Just an empty place. I walk to the middle of the clearing. This clearing is just an empty space. The perfectly level open ground. The deep wounds enclosing the area. The voice of the cicadas. And the strong summer sunshine that feels like it could dissolve. Summer sunshine? Ouch. The wound on my chest starts to hurt. Like stabbing. This pain that feels like a kitchen knife stabbing my chest. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Chirp, 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 chirp. From somewhere, I can hear the voice of cicadas, but it's autumn now. The summer sunshine that bathes everything in white. The columns of summer clouds in the far-off sky. I can practically see the voices. At my feet, there are the discarded shells of cicadas. Discarded shell. Someone's discarded shell. The third child's discarded shell. The third child I no longer remember. Someone's crouching shadow. Young Akiha's approaching footsteps. Clouds high in the emptiness. Cicadas in the blue sky. I was just in a trance. Akiha would have been killed. That was really all I knew. I just ran. That was all I understood. As for the danger to myself, I never even thought about it. I wanted to protect Akiha, and I just took her place. In the distance, the voice of cicadas. After that, my body that died from having its chest pierced. And a figure that looks down at my dead body in shock. A third child's figure. My chest hurts. I feel sick. The wound in my chest should have closed long ago, so why does it hurt now? My chest rips. The old wound opens and a crimson stream flows out. What is this? My wound, it didn't heal at all. It hurts. I'm scared. I feel dizzy. This is the impulse of death. Consciousness fades. My wound aches. I hear a thump as my body falls to the ground. I can hear voices talking. Akiha-sama, are you not going to call for a doctor? Don't be stupid, Hisui. There's no way I could do that since Nisan's wound isn't normal. Akiha and Hisui are talking. This is Shiki's room. It looks like I'm sleeping on the bed. I plan to say, yo, and get out of bed, but I can't move at all. My chest doesn't hurt anymore, but my body is as heavy as lead. All I can move are my eyes and mouth. Just what are you thinking, Hisui? Nisan mustn't be allowed to go there, you know that. Please, forgive me. This can't be solved by apologizing. You were assigned to serve Nisan to avoid this kind of situation. So what were you doing? Completely different from her usual manner, Akiha gives full vent to her anger. In comparison, Hisui is accepting the scolding silently, looking down. I'm not sure how this all came about, but I can at least tell Hisui is being yelled at because of me. Answer me, Hisui. Why did Nisan go there? Hisui does not answer Akiha's question. The air between them is becoming heavy. Biting her lip, Akiha takes a step closer to Hisui. Even then, I can tell that she's about to raise a hand against her. I'm sure Hisui knows too, but she's just looking down, accepting it. Hold on, Akiha. Nisan, you're awake. Yeah, you were so loud I woke up. Akiha looks away, uncomfortably. You know, you shouldn't let it out on Hisui. I don't know the circumstances, but this has to do with me collapsing, right? It's not her fault, I just collapsed on my own. I strain hard and somehow manage to lift the upper half of my body off the bed. But that's all I could manage, and I don't think I can move even an inch more. But since Hisui is depressed, I have to force myself to act as fine as possible. Honestly, getting into a fight over me, even if you look like an adult, you're still a child. But you were out for a long time, Nisan. You were out for more than 5 hours and nothing like this has happened before. What would I have done if you'd never woken up? Idiot, don't say things like that. This is just anemia, eh? It's 10 o'clock already? Yes. Nisan, you have been out all evening. Akiha speaks reluctantly. The strength flees from my body. Jeez, I haven't fainted for that long since elementary school. Yeah, I used to faint all the time back then. I wasn't used to the aremas, and my mind was always under stress. It seems like I'm still dreaming, maybe an after effect of the anemia attack. I remember, the aremas were all good people. They treated me like their own child. Keiko-san was strict but thoughtful, and always treated me like I was her own son. So I thought I had to become their real child too. Nisan, don't push yourself. This is the Tono mansion. You don't have to tell yourself that anymore. I know. But for a long time, I thought that way. From the beginning, I always thought that. The Arimas and you're all good people, so it was so hard. What am I saying? Gazing vacantly at the ceiling, thinking back to the memories of long ago. Please don't push yourself, Nissan. You've only been back here for a week, so you must be tired. Really? Well, I'm tired, but... Right. So please, just rest today. Since your body is weaker than most people's, if you don't take a day to rest from time to time, you'll collapse like you did today. Akiha looks at me seriously. Certainly, it's just as she says. Forgetting about everything. Unless I rest without thinking about vampires and myself, I'll really be out of it. You're right. As you say, I'll just lie quietly today. So, saying so, I lie down again. Really? No more sneaking out of your room later, too? What is this? What is that? Am I that untrustworthy? Yeah, I guess so. I left Akiha alone for all this time. Hisui, tell Kohaku that Nissan is up. Nissan, what will you do about dinner? I see. Well, my apologies to Kohaku-san, but I don't feel like eating. I understand. Well, Hisui, please inform Kohaku. Still looking down, Hisui nods in assent and leaves the room. Well, Nissan, please go to sleep for tonight. Akiha speaks in a very gentle tone. But to sleep. I'm afraid that if I sleep, I'll see that nightmare. No, Please, Nissan, didn't you say you listen to what I say just for today? Akiha's eyes are pleading. From the bottom of her heart, Akiha is really worried about me. All right, I'll sleep quietly. Yes, thank you. Silly. Why are you thanking me? I should be the one thanking you. Thanking me? Even though I neglected you for 8 years, you're the one who called me back to this mansion. Akiha, I'm sorry for everything. I'm selfish and never thought about you. But from now on, it's fine. Please stay as you are, Nissan. And I should be the one who's apologizing. Please, don't apologize to me. If you do, I'll feel like a really horrible person. Akiha grasps my hand, tears welling in her eyes. I don't understand why Akiha is saying such things, or why she keeps repeating, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. I'll sleep for a bit. Yes. Good night, Nissan. And I think this, ladies and gentlemen, is where we're going to end off this episode. Well, we just saw this route's version of the scene that is in every route so far. Usually it involves the abandoned building, it involves the clearing. But, well, how's Shiki's sleep gonna go? The last few nights have gone very poorly for him, and will this night be an exception? Will he sleep better? Will he have a dream reminiscent of his childhood, or something a bit happier? Or, well, in the case of this music, this is the sad, somber music. So will he have a sad, somber dream instead of the horrible nightmares he's been having? Well, find out the answer to that and more next time on Tsukihime. I hope to see you all there.